thought you might like to take this down with you, in case you want to walk. It's quite chilly.
Where's the black one?
I'm taking Master George out for some air, my lady, and I wondered if you'd like to come with us.
I don't think so. But thank you. Poor little orphan. Thank you, Nanny.
He's not an orphan. He's got his mother. Orphans haven't.
He isn't poor either, come to that.
And you don't mind my seeing to her ladyship?
Why would I mind? I'm not planning a trip around the world.
Mr. Molesley, have you seen Mr. Travis? I need to speak to him about the bring and buy sale.
I'm afraid not, your ladyship.
Never mind.
This were a sad business.
Very, very sad. I can't believe it's time for the stone already.
6 months. They always leave it 6 months for the grave to settle.
He was bound to be disappointed.
You're really sure you want to abandon the whole plan?
We don't have a choice. We have to find the death duties on half the estate, and they'll be merciless.
I know. But I wish we could wait for Mary to come back into play.
She isn't a player. She has a life interest in 1/3 of Matthew's share of Downton and 1/3 of his other possessions, but everything else belongs to little George.
And that's all the law gives her.
He should have made a will.
But Mary's George's guardian. Surely that gives her some sort of say.
It's a moot point. Since I own the other half of everything, isn't it more appropriate for me to manage the boy's fortunes? Besides, she's in such a fragile state, the last thing I want is for her to start worrying about money.
Of course. But you don't think
You've seen her. She hardly has the energy to lift a fork to her mouth.
She loved him very much.
And the price of great love is great misery when one of you dies.
I know that.
Of course you do. I'm so sorry. We'd better get back. We'll be late for lunch.
What's that?
Nothing.
Of course. It's Valentine's Day. When are you leaving for London?
I'm catching the 10 o'clock. I ought to pack.
Have a happy time.
Oh, am I too early?
No, I'm afraid tea was a little late.
Oh, dear. Can you manage? Should I give you a hand?
I can manage, thank you, Miss West. Come to me, darling. Hello.
Now, here's the little prince, my lady. See how happy he is to see his beautiful mamma. God bless him.
Thank you, Nanny.
Get away.
It's time for you to come back to us.
What would you suggest?
Take an interest in something. Doesn't matter what. Poetry or carpentry. History or hats.
I'm interested in George.
Are you?
I will be. What have you been doing today?
Well, it's this whole business with the repair shop.
Tom, don't bore her with all that nonsense.
It's my fault, I asked.
Even so, you concentrate on feeling better. You mustn't worry about anything else.
Carson, this is my fault.
My lady?
I'm afraid I may have encouraged you to feel you have the right to address me in this way. His lordship has made a decision, and I find it hard that his butler should criticize him for it.
No, I never meant...
You do not seem to understand the effect Mr. Crawley's death has had on me. As for managing the estate, I wouldn't know where to start.
But Mr. Branson believes you could be very helpful, my lady, and as the agent, he should know.
He's just nervous that his lordship will retreat to his old ways and abandon all Mr. Matthew's reforms.
And will he?
If he did, wouldn't you approve? And anyway, whether you approve or not, I'm sorry you feel entitled to overstep the mark.
My lady.
We're old friends. And as I said, I'm sure this lapse is as much my fault as yours. But I suggest we don't mention it again. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to go down.
You're letting yourself be defeated, my lady. I'm sorry if it's a lapse to say so, but someone has to.
I'm leaving. I didn't want to run off without saying goodnight.
I suppose you think I behave very badly down there.
My dear, I'm not really very interested in whether you behaved badly or well.
No?
No. I'm not your governess. I'm your grandmother.
And the difference is?
The difference is I love you.
Of course you do. I'm sorry.
Mary, you've gone through a hideous time. But now you must remember your son. He needs you very much.
I know. The truth is, I don't think I'm going to be a very good mother.
Why not?
Because somehow, with Matthew's death, all the softness that he found in me seems to have dried up and drained away. Maybe it was only ever there in his imagination.
My dear, there's more than one type of good mother. The fact is, you have a straightforward choice before you. You must choose either death or life.
And you think I should choose life?
Lady.
I'm sorry to bother you so late, but I think you know why I've come. To apologize.
You have nothing to apologize for. I pushed into your room and I spoke impertinently.
I suppose you know my grandmother agrees with you.
That doesn't surprise me. So does this mean you've decided to return to the land of the living? Because if so, I'm glad.
It means that I know that I've spent too long in the land of the dead.
We were very fond of Mr. Crawley, you know, my lady. All of us.
I
You cry, my lady. You have a good cry. That's what's needed now. And when you're ready, you can get to work. Because you are strong enough.
Yeah.
You're strong enough for the task.
But am I, Carson? That's the point. Papa doesn't seem to think so.
Don't you owe it to Mr. Crawley to protect his work? To fight for the changes he made? To steer Downton in the right direction?
I know I can always count on you for a draft of self-confidence whenever I start to doubt.
And you will always find one here.
Good night, Carson.
Good night, my lady.